and right on into that real estate broker. So other names for these guys: realtors, brokers, real estate broker. Again, wherever you're located, they may have another name for them. But that's who we're talking about. This is the person that's going to help you find that house you're searching for. So quick side note, if you're doing a reno refi, then you can just go ahead and skip this section because, well, you don't need that real estate agent. But if you're going to be searching for a new home, you certainly want to pay attention. So just like the lenders, when searching for a realtor to help you through the makeover mortgage process, you'd like to have a realtor that's done it before. It's really like anything else. You cannot beat experience. Experience is just going to give that realtor a leg up. They're going to know what's coming. They're going to know what to look for. They're going to know all the additional paperwork needed. There's a number of things that person is going to, bring to the table to help make your experience much, much better. Another one that could be an addition to or in place of experience in a renovation loan is, do they work with or have they worked with investors? The way that you shop for a makeover mortgage home is a lot like the way that you shop for an investor to buy a home. We're always looking for a house that's potentially the diamond in the rough. You're looking for the lowest price house in the most expensive neighborhood, but it's also got to have a couple things. It's got to have good bones to it. It's got to be located close to schools, or it's got to have other good amenities that make that property useful. And most importantly, it's got to have the opportunity there. Any realtor who's either done this before or they work with investors, they probably have a pretty good eye for seeing what a house can be rather than what a house currently is. So if they don't have experience necessarily with a renovation loan, but they have worked with investors, those are somewhat interchangeable. Although having somebody who's worked with a renovation loan before is definitely going to take the cake, so to speak. Just like on the lending side, there are realtors out there who will actually try to talk you out of doing a renovation kind of loan. This is for a number of reasons, but the main one being they've probably tried one before and had a terrible experience. So again, maybe there was a bad contractor and didn't get bids back on time and they ended up having to walk away from the job. Or maybe the lender was really, really slow at getting all the additional renovation paperwork put together. Or even a client, maybe they didn't know what they wanted necessarily. Number of different reasons that a realtor potentially would try to talk you out of doing a renovation kind of loan. And if you run into somebody who's telling you no, that's somebody you're just going to want to walk away from. They more than likely aren't going to bring you the types of houses that fit the makeover renovation mold. They're just going to take you to turnkey houses that are ready to move in, and they don't have to do all of the renovation piece along with it that you're interested in doing. So if you run into a realtor and they have a bad taste in their mouth, or they kind of roll their eyes or something like that when you say renovation loan, that's pretty much a red flag that's not a realtor that you're going to be wanting to work with. And then the last big important one is, if they understand the process, or maybe if they don't, but they've got either an idea of how to work with an investor, or they've done a renovation kind of loan in the past. Ultimately, what matters is they need to know how to determine after renovated values. So we'll talk about that in the next module on how to shop for a makeover home, one that fits the bill, so to speak. But a realtor that can determine what a house is going to be worth after a renovation is done is going to be vitally important. Most realtors should be able to perform such a thing by looking at comps. Take this house that we have currently. We want to update the kitchen, the bathrooms, and add a garage. That realtor should be able to tell you what that new house is going to be worth, roughly. They're not going to nail it for sure, but they should be able to give you a ballpark or an idea on what some after renovated values should look like. So these are the things that you want to look for when you're shopping with a realtor. Of course, experience being number one on our list, bar none. Followed by, if they've worked with investors in the past, then that's going to give them a big leg up, because an investor is going to look for a makeover style home, and they're going to want to know what the ARV of different houses are. So when shopping for that realtor out there, find somebody who's done it. Again, if somebody rolls their eyes or scuffs at you wanting to do a renovation loan, that's a pretty good giveaway. That's not somebody that you're going to want to work with. As before, like the lenders, if you can't find a realtor who's done it before or is trained properly, you can check out Makeover Realty, where we've got a nice big list of Makeover Preferred Realtors who we can hopefully hook you up with, and they can take you shopping. So that's who you're looking for to help you shop for a house.